Venus and Serena came to me from a local veterinarian who had posted a foster plea online. They were 5 weeks old and had been found as strays. The vet named the two sisters after the famous tennis stars. They were easy to hold, one per hand, when I picked them up on February 28th, 2022. After I signed the foster agreement, the vet gave me some food and sent me on my way. It must have been quite the sight as I was driving down the road because they made quite a fuss. So I actually drove with my left hand and my right hand stuck in my ear because their crying was so loud. When we got home, which was about a half an hour away, the first person we met was actually the HVAC man who was there to help me because my HVAC had gone out. Fortunately, it was a warm day in February in South Carolina, so it wasn't a huge deal. I weighed them in at about 2.5 pounds. I learned later that maybe my weighing system wasn't quite so accurate. So I did give up on weighing them because it seemed like their weight was going up and down. Since I didn't have any small dog bowls, I put a bunch of food in a cardboard box we got from buying some grill hardware. They shook as they gobbled up all the food that they could. The vet told me to feed them 3 times a day until they stopped eating, which worked like a charm. At a different point for each one of them, they would wander off to eliminate themselves, and that's how we knew dinner time was over. As they got older, I separated them because I wanted to make sure that both of them were getting enough food to eat. Using their meals, I was actually able to teach them how to sit, come, watch me, and touch. Their eyes weren't quite focused enough at 5 weeks to do watch me right here, but pretty soon they caught on really quickly and were able to give me good eye contact. My dad taught them very important life skills.
Me too. Listen, I want to talk about agape love. Okay? You know what agape love is? What do you think?
They loved to growl and bark at one another, and sometimes Serena would just retreat under the coffee table to drive her sister crazy. They were pretty obnoxious at times, hearing all of their vocalization, but the vet assured me that this was a normal part of growing up for puppies. On days when I worked, my wonderful mother would take them outside and play with them in our backyard. She tried putting up a small pen that I had bought, but they really didn't like that. She soon let them have free rein in the backyard, and they had a blast. And of course, their favorite thing to do in the backyard was to chew on pine branches and pine cones that we have here at Pine Ridge. The vet tech came over a little before they were 8 weeks old in anticipation of posting them when they got to that age on Facebook or Pet Finder. And it worked out really well because I had just fed and exercised them, and they were absolutely so tired. She could do whatever she wanted, and they were like, hey, that's fine, photograph me, I'm not a squirrely puppy.
Is that your pig? Is the pig your favorite? Beautiful.
Finally, the day came when they were old enough to be adopted out, and both of them found homes almost immediately. They were in separate homes, however, which made me kind of sad. But one of the adopters backed out at the last minute. So the vet tech said she would take both of them to this other adoptee's home just to see what they would say. And evidently they had a son who fell in love with both of them. So they kept both of them, and now Venus and Serena get to be together for the rest of their life. So Venus and Serena lived happily ever after with their new family.